Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Looking to throw right away, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, and you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. That one out wide and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett will look to throw it here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He is off to an unfathomable start, throwing the football, throwing the 2 passes, both been intercepted and returned for touchdowns. We'll see how he bounces back. It's 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Pickett now from the gun here. Short throw caught by Pitts. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And some strong running. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
You talk about this Giant defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both. Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
On the give, this is their fullback. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 2. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report. Special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Pickett back to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now Pickett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Breaks the tackle, now an alley.
Missed.
He will not go down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 6 catches, 79 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You talk about this Giant defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They run here with Singletary. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants just continue to roll. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports as we resume action. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Pickett. Short throw caught by Pitts. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here's Pickett. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that
The
means
O-line. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 72 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run with their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devin Singletary on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 23.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Let's go, D.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on 1st down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the 2nd level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Watch the run. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Robinson with another carry.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Giants extend their lead yet again.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
94 is the mic. 94 is the go.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point attempt to follow here. And And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing. Check, check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. That's complete to Dobbs.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Operating from the gun. Pickett got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
New York set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it at around the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And it got his man complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Pickett's throw pulled in by Atwell here.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Check, check. 40's
They'll throw again with Pickett.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached half.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 44.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Giants. 66 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Mike's 40. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Let's go.
Pickett to throw on first down. Slant route, he's got Dobbs.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Back to throw. Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Falcons send out their punter. as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 89 yards.
And the Giants are pouring it on.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Into the hands of London.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8.
Looking to throw. Pickett.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's the fullback. with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
A last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Throwing on first down. Pickett. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett throwing the out route and complete. That's Young. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
40's a mic. 40's a mic.
Looking to throw. Pickett, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This is taken at about the 14.
A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter of. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His second
Yard as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, You could just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And now here is another interception, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Watch the slant. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10. Watch the screen.
After the pick six, here's Pickett to try again. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Ready?
Back to throw.
Pickett, short throw, caught by Pitts.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correct.
Pickett lost it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
44.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devin Singletary. 29 yards.
And the Giants add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On first down, Pickett. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looking to throw. Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again, Pickett. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
133 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants just continue to roll. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, there's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive. Pickett throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. Pickett throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's third and a few inches.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Operating from the gun. Pickett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which...
And my goodness, another interception. 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Go, mic 40, mic 40. Get him.
Throwing after the interception. Pickett. And caught by London. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now here is another interception. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
164 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and 6 now. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A give, Singletary right side. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the corner.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want... And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
there's only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Holly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement. Wishing I was, never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain, just trying to stay. I was so
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any